My old business partner, Jacob Marley. Wait a minute, I'm not Ebenezer Scrooge. What the fuck is going on right now? I am vengeance. I am the spirit of Christmas.
Come in and know me better, man.
Which button do I hit?
Ghost of Christmas present. Ooh, I love presents.
All right, fine. We're doing it. Marley and Marley. Whoa!
Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh and Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go Deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You are watching The Dorkening. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have an awesome show scheduled for you, as always. I'm just going to tell you, we kind of belong in a museum, and they named a dog Indiana, right? Jar Jar!
Hey, it's another night, another day.
Steven!
Yes, it's another night, another day. Yes.
Okay. Yo.
So I was listening to the opening thing, and I just realized I don't think I can be here. As much like Batman and Little Drummer Boy, I'm pretty immature.
Mr. Brandon.
Hey guys. I'm trying to process. I'm just really glad that Yo-Yo didn't also say "Yep, another day, another night." I'm like, oh shit, we're going down real quick tonight, gang. No, I'm happy to be here as always. Just living my life and just waiting for every Wednesday to roll around to just prove to myself that I can live sucker free in a world full of lollipops.
Oh, damn. I like that.
And that's why they call a podcast Sweetheart.
Sure.
Wow.
I got a list of indie quotes. I'm just gonna be spurting them out.
Oh, okay.
That's what's on that other screen.
Oh,
I got a whole bunch of titles to that.
Too late, Steve and I already started.
I think they're all in retirement homes. So
Yeah, I said that yesterday, but I should have said in the Medicare fraud or something like that.
Are they all straight up Indiana Jones quotes, or are they just quotes from characters in Indiana Jones movies?
I believe it's all Indiana quotes from the movies.
Oh, good. So you have choices. Because to me, one of the funniest delivered lines, even though it's horrifying because it's a fucking Nazi, but it's when the dude catches up with Marion in the mountain, and he's like, "Foolish Americans, always overdressing for the wrong occasions." Wonderful. You smoke a cigarette, so weird, but wonderful.
I think Connery delivers a bunch of awesome quotes throughout the third movie. So
yes, I sound exactly like the way a man would from the middle of America.
Oh yes.
We named the dog Indiana. Junior.
Jabo says, "What up, guys?" Carrie says, "Hi."
Hey.
And Brill Pro says, "Happy Wednesday, everybody."
Hey.
Hasbro has some pretty cool. Speaking of Jabo, Hasbro has some pretty cool Indiana Jones figures. A little pricey.
Are they all?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they attainable?
Well,
or is it some Sylvester Stallone shit where it's like,
that is some
bullshit. A lot. Oh, really? And it can be mine for the low price of, what was it, $300?
Well, for the fedora that he's selling.
Yeah.
That's
I
feel the same
Sylvester,
way.
you're in show business, so I am certain that you are familiar with the consumer financial term "suck my dick." No fucking way, dude.
I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to sell the car from Cobra. So.
Oh jeez.
So looks like the good figures are around $25.
Okay, that's manageable.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
That's
far
an
more
average.
exorbitant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an average toy these days.
Yeah.
Which is sad, mind you.
Yes, it is.
I don't know any kid that's carrying around $20 just to go buy a toy.
Yeah. Carrie says, "I have a new life goal to match my hat to my mic. I'm lucky that mine is black. Brandon, your inspiration. Seriously, that's awesome. Yeah, Brandon's layout.
Thank you. I mean, I've been telling everyone for so long that exact thing, and they didn't want to hear me. So, Carrie, thank you for confirming it. I told you, Leo, I'm an inspiration, damn it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And more than just inspiring headaches for people in the Dorkening Network.
So yeah, action figures have gone up in price, like $25-$30 for
real
nowadays. Is just.
Have you seen some of those Gremlins figures?
I mean, hasn't everything gone up in price past?
Well, that is true.
Yeah, but Hasbro in general.
I mean, yeah, I can't say anything because I can't say what I purchased, but I did purchase some Hasbro things for a Christmas gift, so they weren't cheap. So
you shouldn't have, Yo-Yo. That's very nice of you. I've been wanting the new Eternia.
I saw your post about it.
Well, I know. Thankfully too, Jeremy, is like if you've enjoyed wanting it, that's going to be part of your gift because you can continue to want it. The fun never ends.
I actually am one of those people that didn't want this. I never even knew about it as a kid. Like I have Grayskull, I have Snake Mountain. Eternia looks nothing like anything I ever saw. Like, so there's no nostalgia there for it. It was kind of like I saw it, I was like $550.
Is it still up?
No. That thing, the creator pass whatever thing ended about a month ago, I think.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, but the Deathosaurus is fully funded.
Yeah, that thing got funded quick.
Yeah.
A lot of toy companies have been doing that. I think Mattel did they did a fully funded campaign for like a WWF thing.
That's just silly though. Transformers has been doing it right. There's a lot of third-party figures that are just insane, just a quality.
Well, that's what I have to say. Masters of the Universe has been silly because like they're putting out figures and characters that nobody's even heard of, and I'm just like, why do you guys want these? It's this like fear of missing out thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like Magic Square is a company that's really been coming up in the ranks, and they're smaller figures, but they're super detailed, and they're
those look good.
Perfect for posting or posing.
Oh, I remember that figure as a kid. Now, tell me, Leo, are you able to transform them? Because, like, once I got them into robot form, transforming them back never happened.
Oh yeah, same here. Yeah, they're so difficult to transform nowadays. Yeah, J-Bo, stay away from the Transformers. And it's because the price of plastic has gone up big time. Has it, or is just like big corporate is telling us that it went up in price?
Well, that is what they tell us.
The hard questions on tonight's episode.
I'm sure Steven has the answers to that one. Steven?
Action figure plastic, inflation or conspiracy?
I'm leaving it to the conspiracy theorists out there. So, plenty of them.
I say.
What you drinking, Steven?
The leftover hard cider from there's a cider mill down the road from me. And they just closed like a week ago. So
they left it out on the curb. I grabbed it.
Closed already.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have turned ahead.
Yeah, they shut down.
We had a party last week. So there's this cup that was just laying around with some hard cider in it. You know.
At least we assumed it was hard cider. It looked like hard cider.
Tastes like it? No. It's a little too yellow to my taste.
It's sterile, and I like the taste.
The flavor was yellow, or the color was yellow?
Yes.
Reminded me of Waterworld for some reason.
And the rabbit hole has opened. Everybody, come on.
Is that you, little rabbit?
But just real quick on the Transformers, I haven't seen it posted for pre-order yet, but there's a I think it's Metroplex. They're making like a 4-foot tall version.
Whoa.
That's like transformable, and it's like a headmaster. So the head's pre-ordered. I didn't pre-order it, but you can pre-order.
Sure, you did.
Yeah.
So you can get some
Did you
head.
though?
How much does it cost to get some head? Just wondering. You said you pre-ordered the head.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Oh, we all know I can't afford it.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah. Hey, Carrie, you know, that's how you stay young. You just continue to buy toys, you know?
Oh yeah.
Why
That's what
on
they
God's
say.
green earth would you want to pretend you have one? I mean, I get how that could work out in certain social situations that you do not want to attend. Like, oh, I can't, my kid's sick. I thought you didn't have any kids. What's that? Oh, gotta go. Bye.
Gotta go.
My imaginary kid's throwing up. Hey, did you just say imaginary? Click. Did you just say the word click? Nope. Click.
You have to admit though, people with kids definitely get a lot of like leniency at work. You know, they get to like leave early in the day and.
Oh, fuck you.
What?
Do you know what we get to leave early for?
Well,
It's
I know.
hell.
But...
You ever been thrown up on by a 4-foot kid that you can't punch in the face for throwing up on you?
I mean, honestly, I've never once been jealous of somebody having to leave work to go pick up their kids sick from school or something. Never, because like
no.
I've been the sick kid, and I get that it's not an ideal situation, especially if your parent is like not pleased overall because they had to leave work. So
I mean,
yeah.
if I had a nickel for every time I saw it in the office the past year, I mean, I'm used to it.
You'd have a shitload of nickels.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of sicknesses going around. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
like the
Well,
social.
yeah, right now anybody can pull the COVID card. They can be like, "Yo, my kid's got COVID. I'm going on vacation for the next 2 weeks."
Even that cough that a lot of kids were getting,
Yeah.
that was pretty
Yeah.
dangerous. You know, I'm not saying I'm jealous or anything, but I'm just saying the social norms. You know, it's become very lenient to allow for parents to be able to just like leave work whenever they need to. Not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's the social norms are there.
I wish I worked an office job.
What
That
about
must
the
have been
social
great.
cliffs?
In the construction world, to be able to leave when you want to, you have to be like, "Look, man, I already laid 40 yards of cement over there. It's good. We're good. Can I go now?"
Carrie says I was more going for the "my kid is cooler than yours" is angle, but you could use them for excuses too, taking them to the parking, setting your 4-foot tall action figure in the swing, then giving everybody else the cold stare.
I almost bought a 3-foot tall Groot today. Funko just put it out. I was just like, I was looking at it. I'm like, huh?
Good for you for resisting the temptation, man.
I did. I was like, I don't know if I have the spot for that yet. Give me a week.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't so much resisting temptation as much as you were like, let me just double check the logistics on that. All right.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, either way, good job
I'm
on.
totally not looking for this Funko at the moment.
I was shocked
We're
when
all
I
going to be
saw
looking for it.
Thing was 3 feet tall. I was like, what the hell is that? It's Groot, and he's in a pot, and he's like,
jeez.
I don't know if he actually moves
I
like
do
that.
need more plants
Groot
around there.
does.
It's available on Amazon for $100 right now.
Oh, it's much cheaper at Most Excellent Comics in Enfield, Connecticut.
Okay, I'm just telling you, it's 18 inches, by the way, not 3 feet.
At Mason's Most Excellent Comics in Connecticut. 481 Enfield Street, Connecticut.
You just say the word wink? What?
That'd only be. How much do I get off now?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I just don't think I have the spot for that. That's just after the Millennium Falcon. That's
The
a
thing
little
is
too
3
much.
fucking feet tall.
No, 18 inches.
18.
Oh, it's
I'm
only
sorry, that's
the
right.
box is 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
the
what
oversized
I have-
ones are like there's an oversized Batman for 118.
Yeah, I got an oversized Superman.
I so wanted
do
that
you?
one.
Me too, and that's why I bought it.
My problem is I have
Damn
very
it, I want that.
kind of like Jar Jar with not having space for a 3-foot Groot. I've run out of space. Like I've been eyeing an Imperial shuttle, but I know my wife would kill me. I don't have room.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it to 7-inch plastic. Actually, I just bought an original Blue Line April O'Neil.
Oh.
She's coming in the mail. I can't wait. Yeah.
And
I'm that
just just to put the record straight, my wife wouldn't kill me. She just look at me with disapproving eyes.
Oh, the shaking of
she'd
the
kill
head
you
is
in her
enough.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to save up for a house, right?
I thought I was screwed when I got my Nightcrawler statue delivered from Sideshow Collectibles. It is.
Wow.
It really is. And I got the limited edition, so it has like the swords and stuff too. Absolutely beautiful statue. It showed up at my house in a box roughly the size of
Dara.
2 second graders, and I almost shit a brick. I was like, what did I fucking buy here? Like, I'm doing the math on it. I'm like, is this part of the reason why the statue was so expensive? Why didn't I look at dimensions? Did I look at dimensions? Oh my god, Dara's going to murder me. And not even because like money spent, because that was spread out over like so much time.
Yeah.
But just where the fuck am I gonna put this thing?
The
Like,
ridiculousness.
Yeah, I'm working from home, and I'm still set up in like the dining room because we're getting ready to do work on the room upstairs shortly. Once I move more of my shit out of it, and and here I am getting like even bigger shit to bring into the house, and I'm like, oh, she's going to kill me, like just through and through. Not even she's going to murder me. It will be called a homicide. This Nightcrawler statue will be Exhibit A in the murder trial when she gets arrested. And I thought I had that. It turns out putting it together, like it's sizable, but I have enough room for it up on the top of my bookshelf, where it looks very good, and I have my oversized Superman pop right in front of it. Like,
nice.
Yeah, it just
so
worked out.
she'll rig it up so like kind of like in Wednesday when she almost got killed by that.
No, I mean I haven't seen Wednesday, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Brandon. I'm like,
yeah, I don't care. I don't like what the Addams Family has become over the past like 20 years.
It's so good.
It started with Addams Family values, to be perfectly honest. Like up all the way through like
MC Hammer? No,
that was the first
movie.
one.
Like even in the first, that was the first movie. They
Oh,
do what they
jeez.
want to do, say what they, yeah. But anyway,
Addams Family.
Yep. But even through that first movie, like the Addams Family was always a very loving family that just also happened to be into macabre stuff.
Yep.
But they never like it wasn't like one of those things, even when in the John Aston show and what have you, and going all the way back to the comic strip, the Addams Family was a very, very warm family for the most part. They didn't give their kids shit. They actually liked their kids, as opposed to especially how a lot of those family comedies were set up at that point in time. Like their kids weren't a pain in the ass. They supported their kids even when they wanted to do things that they didn't quite understand. Like Pugsley I remember specifically Pugsley wanted to join the Boy Scouts at one point, and even though like Gomez didn't get it, he was like, well, that's what he wants to do. I mean, it was very like them as a unit, and not seeing anybody else as like others. They weren't isolationist. They still went out into public. They still lived their lives. They just were who they were. And
true.
especially in Addams Family values, the whole thing started to become that they had to protect themselves from the normies, essentially. and isolate themselves away from all of that because they just didn't understand who they were, and that's where we've seen a sharp left turn as to how the characters have always been portrayed. And from my what I don't like is that what I've seen of Wednesday, like just snippets, like getting bits and pieces here and there, it seems like it's very much a story that isolates Wednesday like from her family. I don't mean like physically. It just like she kind of isolates, and it's not quite the same characterization that has been in existence for most of the duration of these characters enduring. I just, I've just been having issues with it especially because I grew up even though I was an 80s kid, I grew up watching the John Aston show. And I think the first movie was damn close. I mean, the main difference was that they made Raul Julia more passionate than John Aston, and they made Morticia a little bit more subdued. She was more subtle, which makes sense because you want them to basically be like two sides of the same coin. They balance each other out. But other than that, it was spot on. They saw themselves as no different from anybody else, and there wasn't like a creepy outsider vibe given, and it wasn't until Adam's Family Values that came into play. And from everything I've seen, this just falls right into the wheelhouse of a lot of other stuff that Tim Burton has done.
I would be interested if you give it a try to see what your thoughts are afterwards.
Ooh, you're being challenged.
Well, not being challenged. It's just, I grew up with the black and white show myself as well, and absolutely loved it. And I didn't really get into like the first movie. I really enjoyed. The rest of the content, that's come out since, I didn't really dig. But I really liked Wednesday. It is. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is they definitely portray a loving family. It is Wednesday is going to a regular school, and it's just when she gets expelled, that's when they find a different place for her, a place where her mother went to school. There is definitely the normies against the, different people. But it's just, it's a school of, sort of like misfits, and the townies don't like that,
And see, I don't like that already. I just don't like that. I mean, the whole point of the Addams Family is that they unabashedly live their lives. They are who they are. They don't begrudge anybody else, and in turn, no one really gives them shit either. I mean, that's part of the whole conceit. It's sort of like the same thing as the Munsters. It's like there's a bunch of essentially universal monsters living in a fucking house in a neighborhood, but people in the neighborhood are still like, hey, Herman, hey, George, like that. That's the kind of shit that should be going on, like that odd, like hyper realistic kind of thing, and I feel like it looks like it's gone way over into a much darker direction, much darker than it needs to be. It should be more playful than mirthful, and I'm getting a whole lot of mirth radiating off of this project.
Yeah, the darkness was always there, but it was like a playful darkness. It wasn't like Wednesday was like trying to kill Pugsley or anything like that. It was like they were like, hey, look at our collection of dead rats. It'd be like, oh, wow, that's kind of weird and odd, but nobody was being violently hurt or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she doesn't try to kill him at all. Just to put that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Yo-Yo.
Not to, again, be making spoiler territories, but the thing that set off her going to the new school is her defending him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see it. I'll check it out at some point. I'll have time. I guess.
I have a whole house full of kids that loved it. but I haven't found the time to watch it myself.
I'll get to it. You know, I'm not champing at the bit, but maybe I'll put a fire under myself so I can tell Leo what I think of it now that I've seen it.
I mean, it's on my list of.
Hey, Star Trek was good.
Which Star Trek?
The Discovery.
Yeah. That's fine.
All the Star Trek's been good so far.
Broken Clock is right twice a day. I mean,
hey, Star Trek Lower Decks is good. The
listen. All right, if somebody suggests something to me and it's good, thank you. I'm glad I listened to you in that instance. However, just because you may have picked 1 or 2 or 3 things, even in a row, that you thought I should check out and I like them, you know what's going to happen the 4th time? I'm still going to be like, I don't know about this, because I don't trust anybody at all.
Well, and especially me, because I love everything.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Mr. Positivity over here. Fucking the basis of ELO's fucking Mr. Blue Sky, Leo Pond himself. There was some stuff I liked about it. Yes, of course there was. I liked stuff about it too, Leo. We just liked different things. You enjoyed these explosions and these pew-pews, and I enjoyed when it was over because I didn't have to fucking look at it anymore. Enjoyment, different levels, but enjoyment nonetheless.
I mean, there's a movie I just saw recently called Amsterdam, and it was really, really good. So, Brandon, I'll recommend that to you. So,
and I will take it under advisement. I believe I just saw it somewhere.
Well, hell, if this is
available.
Wink.
Oh,
Wink.
yes.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
So,
what?
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah. Words. Loud noises.
Pluther.
Yes, Pluther.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're a disease maniac, Pluther.
Ralph. Oh my God! I thought you were drinking some the Windex right there for a second. I thought you were doing the magician, David the Magician.
Drink Windex keeps me from streaking.
So I put it as the main subject, the new Indiana Jones trailer.
I mean, why?
Indiana Jones and the Legend of the Brittle Hip.
I wanted to watch it, but as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, they're just gonna play up how old he is." And
Indiana Jones and the Curse of the Rheumatoid Bandit.
I'm just gonna say this, that like watching the trailer, and like I'm glad my wife was in the kitchen and I was in the living room, because I started to well up a little bit. That just, dude, like when the music starts playing, the oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I kind of wish I had an emotional connection to it, but I don't.
No,
I'm slightly jealous that like you're able to cry about things like that. But
I didn't have
nothing.
I did not have an emotional connection to it, but I will say everything I've been hearing about this film and what obviously we've been talking about the past few weeks on our podcast, I'm very skeptical about this. So I don't know.
All I know is if Ki-Hai Kwan doesn't show up in that movie in some kind of cameo in a grown-up short round, then it's a fucking failure. I don't care anything else that happens in that movie.
How do you know he doesn't, Steven?
Because
Doomcock told him.
Oh,
because he.
It's the last time I want to hear that fucking name here.
I'm sorry. This is the first time I heard it was yesterday, so I don't know.
He sucks. He sucks out loud so hard.
Who's that?
No one. I'll tell you after the show. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want people to go fucking find him. He sucks. He is actually he doesn't suck. He is a fucking a walking conundrum, an absolute paradox in human form. He defies physics. He both sucks and blows at the same exact time.
Okay, tell me after the show.
Yeah,
I will.
At least he was trending when this trailer came out. So,
shit.
I was only introduced yesterday by Steven, so And I didn't Google afterwards. I was
No,
just like,
'cause-
oh, that's an interesting name.
Because we had a segment called This Week in Trending Topics, and that was a trending topic called Doomcock Was Right. And that was
So oh my fucking god. Just because something is trending, kids, doesn't mean it's necessarily a good thing. I mean, like Thanksgiving Thanksgiving dinner was trending on a Thursday a few weeks back, but I'm pretty sure that the Friday after, one of the things you'd see trending was gas pain and why does it hurt when I poop? Does that mean it's a great thing? No. Clearly, people ate way too much the day before. One thing leads to another. What I'm trying to say is this is all shit because that guy he does nothing but speak, fart, and talk shit. That's what it is.
Carrie says Brandon is my new favorite person.
Thank you, Carrie. I am also my favorite person. We have a lot in common.
I mean, I was following the production for this film for a while, and I know that Steven Spielberg and George Lucas walked out of this production mid-production. When you have them walk out, that's like,
what do you hold on? What do you mean walked out mid-production on this?
Like they left. Like they didn't want to be a part of it. No, they didn't want to be a part of it.
Where did you hear that from? Where'd you get that information?
It was 6 months ago. I don't remember, Brandon.
Okay. I've not heard any such thing. But regardless, since they announced the movie, James Mangold was the director of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
What do they need to be there for?
Advisory?
They are both filmmakers. I'm fairly certain that if they hired someone to work on the film, they're going to let them direct the movie. I mean, these are two guys. Think about it. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, as much say as they can have, they don't own that shit anymore.
Yeah, but they...
So hold on a second, just to bring everything around. So Variety back in February says after a long development process, Steven Spielberg is handing the directing reins of Indiana Jones 5 to Marigold. But it says Spielberg will remain as a hands-on producer on Indy 5.
Hey, if Leo wants marigolds, he can have marigolds.
So it's like, okay, it's good. Everything's good for right now. I'm just gonna do my thing.
I think it's a little bit of a Lethal Weapon thing, honestly. Much like Harrison Ford would love to say in the Indiana Jones movie coming up, getting too old for that shit.
Yeah,
I don't blame him. Like they got everything ramped up and planned out, and it's like.
I mean, John Williams is saying he's too old for that shit because this is his last film he's scoring. He's 90 years old. I mean, this
should be the last movie Harrison Ford does. I'm surprised it's not, just based on.
Oh my god,
that happens to him regularly.
1823.
1899. The prequel to is it 1899? It's
Yellowstone.
It's a prequel to Yellowstone.
This will finally give me an excuse to watch
It
Yellowstone.
actually looks really good.
Wait, did we just shift topics to a television show?
Oh yeah. He's
Harrison
doing
Ford.
He's Harrison Ford's going to be
fucking
starring,
whiplash. Holy shit!
So the
Harrison Ford.
Hold on. Stop.
I thought we were going to talk about the year he was born for a moment. So
yeah, I'm like 1899.
Indy was born in 1899.
I remember when I started school back in '06.
Jesus.
Harrison Ford is going to be joining the cast of, I believe it's 1899, which is the prequel to Yellowstone that Kevin Costner is starring in. So which I could see, it's you're going to have like a yin and a yang. You have Yellowstone with Kevin Costner as the strong, male lead. And then you're going to have 1899 with Harrison Ford as a strong male lead. Similar actors with gruff voices.
1883, it's called.
1883. Okay. Yeah, 1899, I think, is a movie.
Yes, it's
How fucking old is he again? Like 81? What the fuck is going on here?
I think he's in his late 70s.
Why are we
early
talking
80s.
about this like it's nonchalant?
It's
This
the
could
new
literally
40s.
kill him. I'm just saying.
Well, he had a Millennium Falcon door crushed on his leg in Force Awakens. He's crashed a couple planes since then. So, yeah, he is too old for this shit.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think he's pushed his luck far enough thus far? I mean, I'm just saying, like, this
We'll
is
find out when Indiana Jones
really
and Escape from the Retirement Home comes out. And we'll
tempting
see.
fate. He's just like walking right up and pressing hams up against death's front window. You know what I mean? Like,
So
you can't catch me. You can't
yeah,
catch me. Dad.
Harrison is 80. He was born July 13th, 1942.
Waste on a cracker.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I totally applaud him if he has enough energy to continue. Like if he loves acting and wants to continue it, it's a good way to stay young, good way to stay alive.
I'm sorry. Did you say it's a good way to stay young?
Yeah, well, to stay alive.
Kind of like those guys that you see at the job that if they do decide to retire, that's their last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Some people retire at 60. He's like,
He's
still
80.
going at 80.
That's crazy.
You see slowing down in the
55,
future,
that's it.
Harrison? Not
55.
Really. I hate being at home. Like, he's a workaholic, which is a problematic word in itself because I have yet to find a bottle of workahol anywhere.
I mean, if we're talking about crossing properties with this film, I mean, there's one image that I still laugh at. There's like an image of like a Millennium Falcon window that I don't know if obviously it's not the Millennium Falcon. It must be the fucking Dial of Destiny. That's the fucking MacGuffin of the film. But I still laugh at the fact that it looks like the window of the Millennium Falcon, and I just can't stop laughing at that. I know it's a
paid as
Lucas
much
property.
attention to it as you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Leo just saw it. He's like, they're crossing the street.
Leo, I thought we told you to get rid of all your cryptocurrency. This is just getting bad now.
No. So we're absolutely loving Yellowstone.
That was the thing in the trailer.
I know it's the Falcon. It's
Yeah,
not.
I didn't, Leo.
No.
Yeah, Brandon didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Steve. Jeez.
So the series. So it's there's 18. What did you say? 83.
Yeah.
So that was the season that just finished this year. He's going to be in a new season called 1923.
Okay.
You guys were considerably off on the number on that one.
I know. No. I can see what they're doing because each series looks like it's going to be a generation within the Dutton family. So 1883 is like the first Dutton on the ranch. 1923 is most
I
likely
got a really bad joke.
most likely Kevin Costner's father, Jacob Dutton.
So with these two series now, it's just going to be done and done.
Probably not. The show is wildly successful. And it's only in its fifth season. So fifth season just started.
Only in its fifth season? Did I hear the word only?
Yeah.
That's a while. That's a lot of seasons.
Yeah. I swear, friggin' Kevin Costner is getting younger every friggin' season.
Wow.
Don't spoil it for me. I haven't seen it, and I'm going to watch it.
No. I'm just saying when I watched the first season, I'm like, holy shit.
Hold on. Hold on. Carrie, 3 series. Dun, dun, dun. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie.
So if you start watching Yellowstone, like the first season, you're like, holy shit, Kevin Costner is going to die any minute with this show. Like, how can he survive the second season?
I think the same thing whenever I see him on it's some kind of event. I'm like, he's going to die any minute.
Yeah, I know. But watching him in the 5th season now, it's like, holy shit, did he find like the fountain of youth? Is he like,
no,
he must have that new de-aging pill they got in for the mic.
Harrison Ford found it before he did.
It's called CGI. They're going to Photoshop him in every fucking digital shot until he's nothing but eyes and a mouth and a fucking set of nostrils on blank white.
Yeah.
Like, it's just gonna look like a stretched out GIF. Am I pretty now, Mama?
Yeah. So, holy shit. So, again, so Harrison Ford has 5 upcoming projects.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So he has Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America: New World Order. 1923, Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny, and Shrinking.
Fuck is Shrinking?
Shrinking.
The water was cold.
It's a TV show. Grieving therapist starts to tell his clients exactly what he thinks. Ignoring his training and ethics, he finds himself making huge changes to people's lives, including his own.
I saw something about that.
It's short for head shrinking. I get it.
Yeah. So stars Harrison Ford, Jason Segel. Oh, is this going to be Apple Plus? I think it's Apple Plus.
It sounds like an Apple TV Plus dealie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had one Shrink show already. I think that was Steve Carell in that.
The Shrink Next Door.
Yes.
With
Yeah, and
Will
then
Ferrell and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
I actually haven't seen it yet. It's on my list on Apple Plus TV. I just finished watching
Apple Plus.
Physical. What was that, Leo? Yo-yo?
I do not have Apple Plus.
Leo, you should make note of some of these things we say.
Yeah.
For purposes.
Yo-yo, there's some stuff already on the place of choice.
The place of choice. Meanwhile,
I love
the
the
place
price.
of
I
choice.
tried hinting at it, and you had
The
me
Super
say it,
Friends
blurt it
sit around
out,
the table and try to decide what they want to watch after dinner.
But yeah, let me know what you're looking to watch, Yo-yo.
Will do.
Okay. Yeah.
Place of choice.
I don't know.
You should fucking rename it to that.
Yes. That's actually good. I should have used that earlier.
Welcome to the Fortress of Movie-tude.
So what is this? Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman 3 draft scrapped at WB? What's going on here?
Literally what you just said. Okay, next story.
That happens.
Hey
Shit
guys, Patty
happened.
Jenkins Wonder Woman 3 treatment was scrapped over at Warner Brothers. What's that about? They scrapped Patty Jenkins Wonder Woman 3 treatment.
Yeah, but I mean,
over
they're
at
saying
Warner Brothers.
Star Gal Gadot's involvement is in doubt. Like, how? Did
Yeah.
you-
Yeah, I mean, it certainly casts doubt on her continuing as Wonder Woman, Henry Cavill continuing as Superman.
Well, let me
There's
pull
already
up-
people like, oh, yeah, would they do that? They get rid of all the Snyderverse, and then that means that Jason Momoa can finally play Lobo. Whoop-de shit. Yeah, Lobo. That should definitely be one of the characters they try to concentrate on to build up a badass universe, right?
Well, let me pull a question.
Nah,
to the
you got
comic
big
book-
guns that you pull out before you go to fucking Lobo.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
What-
you get a decent Superman movie, a fucking good Green Lantern movie, whatever they might end up doing with Wonder Woman with
Yeah.
rebooting down the line.
Martian
Nothing's gonna happen with Batman until the Matt Reeves movies are all over and done with. You know, so just don't think too hard about what's gonna happen there. I mean, who else? We got the Flash coming up.
Yep.
There's what else did you say?
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter would be interesting for sure. Just distance it from what they
Flash.
do in
Have you seen that they're advertising 2 different Flashes in their advertising material?
I have not seen that.
No.
Okay.
Do you have any?
Do you have a follow up to that, or was just oh, you haven't? Okay, well, next topic.
Too bad, I guess.
Well, while
Wonder
Leo
Woman
is
3
doing
is
that,
over.
I have a question for the group regarding Wonder Woman. For all the comic book nerds in the group right now, is Wonder Woman not 3 not going forward? Will that have any effect on James Gunn's tease for Kingdom Come last week?
Oh my!
That's not happening.
Oh my
You
god!
have to build up to that.
I swear to God, Steven, I will reach through this fucking monitor right now
I love your passion, Brandon.
I went over this already.
This
I'll get to that.
That might be their end game, but to get there is going to be.
No, I know.
Realize, Leo, you realize there's 2 Flashes in the movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm.
Who's the second Flash?
It's a Barry Allen from the timeline that Barry.
No, I mean, what act did they announced the actor yet?
No, it's Ezra Miller.
Oh, okay.
He's playing 2.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a different.
Oh, okay. You've not seen the teaser trailer and shit? Like, did you do this while you were watching it? Did you only pay attention to the little bits that had Michael Keaton in them? I'm confused as to how that got by you. It literally shows Ezra Miller wearing the Flash suit, standing in front of Ezra Miller with long hair and Sasha Kaye as Supergirl in the fucking Batcave. Ezra Miller, Sasha Kaye.
I have to
and
admit,
you're
I
sitting there
forgot
like,
about
they're
that.
showing 2 Flashes now, guys. I don't know what this is about. Maybe it's about, I don't know, the 2 Flashes we know that are in it.
No. I totally forgot that he's playing both parts. I thought that it was going to be a different actor, and like the.
That's where I thought Leo was going. Totally.
Yeah.
Now, Steven, on to you with your Kingdom Come comments. All right? I said this last week, and I will reiterate right now, okay? The beautiful artwork which James Gunn shared on social media, which had been rendered by Alex Ross, a very talented painter and illustrator, is indicative of the Justice League in its entirety at that point in time, in that one particular, like I said, beautifully rendered story, Kingdom Come, getting together to, and I know this is going to be crazy considering the message that James Gunn sent along with it, make plans. It was literally a reference to him making plans. That's all it was. It's not a tease on a Kingdom Come movie. Considering the fact that right now he and Peter Safran are a week away from submitting their 10-year plan for what DC Studios is going to do, Kingdom Come, for any comic book reading individual / comic book lover here, Kingdom Come, we all understand, is not a story you can do like they did with Batman v Superman. You cannot make it your second or third movie. That's something that needs a lot of buildup to have it make sense. And quite frankly, if they're going to go in the direction that I think they're going to now that they're done with the Snyderverse stuff, they're not going to build towards Kingdom Come. Okay. That would not make any sense. It's about a future time, and you want to keep things as current as possible. All right. You're not going to age up the actors and actresses that you cast for these roles so you can do a future alternate universe movie and then come back and still try to continue on with like badass adventures, because there's a lot of finality to that story. And quite frankly, if it was not done as a completely proper adaptation, fans would lose their ever-loving minds. So, this is what I said last week. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. All right. It was a picture of the Justice League making plans, and his tweet and message along Twitter and Instagram and Mastodon was simply the 2 words, making plans. It had a pantheon of DC heroes, all painted by Alex Ross. There's fewer, better shots that he could have used to indicate the large-scale planning that he is currently undertaking. And that's all it is. People jumped all over that and made that crazy assumption that that Kingdom Come is coming. And anybody with half a brain who, like I said, has read that story and enjoyed it knows you cannot do that. You to do it at all as something other than like an animated miniseries or something would probably be folly.
Yeah.
But if you were going to do it, you would need to set up like 10 movies before you got to that point.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's essentially the end of the Justice League.
And my my passion about that is not so much about you, Steve. It's the fact that I've been seeing that all over the interwebs
So
since
have
it
I.
dropped. I literally turned to Dara when I saw it, and I said, "This is gonna fuck up my entire week."
Well, no, I'm just a complete dummy when it comes to comics.
Oh, okay. So let's stop you right there, Steven. You're not a complete dummy. You're just
You're not a dummy.
You're uneducated in the lore of comics.
It's not even your. I wouldn't even say you're uneducated. It's
Well,
it's not your
in the lore of
wheelhouse.
in the
It's
lore of
not your
comics.
wheelhouse. Like, dude, if you want to start talking about like video games, classic, current, like I take a little bit of a back seat, and you know far more about that stuff than I do. But does
Movies
that make
too,
me
music
does that,
too.
I mean, I know stuff about
Hey,
music,
hey,
so
hey.
F you, man. but
Oh, no,
no,
no.
like
What I was gonna say is, why don't we use stuff like this as a possible teaching moment for Steven if you're willing to learn?
Yes.
We can totally point you in the right direction. Like the guys have been helping me in my comic journey, and we can help you.
Okay.
So, definitely, give you stuff to read and
I'll tell you, Steve, in all honesty, like Kingdom Come, if you read it, I mean, first of all, it's beautiful. It really is. Like
Gorgeous.
it's a gorgeous book. But you if you read it, you would likely enjoy it, but you'd probably have a few questions just because some of the characters that you see in it, you might be like, who's this guy? What does this gal do? So on and so forth. And that's stuff that we can all pretty much answer for the most part. I mean, not Leo. He knows surprisingly little. It's crazy.
Wow, what
That
a
was
shock.
great.
I'm getting
That's
there.
not a shot. That's not a shot at all. I get to say that for the
No, I
rest of
said what a
fucking time.
shock.
Oh, shock. I thought you were just saying like a shot at Leo, but I mean,
No.
both are right. I had to explain to Leo what the Fantastic Four's origin was in the middle of a podcast.
What?
Are you
Hold
fucking
on, that's
kidding?
common knowledge.
You know what, Jeremy? I love the fact that you were so far away from the camera at that point, and you just turned around. Like, what? We couldn't have written that any better. That was magnificent.
Hold on, the fantastic. Hold on.
I knew part of it. I knew.
Yeah, like the part where they had powers. That's about it. Like I knew they had blue suits.
Well, I knew
and,
they
like,
got the powers in space, but it was like what? Like I didn't know they stole a ship, and there was something else, and I just knew they went into
an
space.
experimental rocket ship
Yeah.
that they shut down because Reed Richards had not perfected the outer shield to protect them from cosmic radiation.
Ta-da.
He insisted that it was ready. They said no, it's not, and he broke
he
into the Cape Canaveral type place where they had it set up, and he went with Dr. Susan Storm, Benjamin Grimm, and Johnny Storm, and hopped on the ship, and they went into space, and then it got bombarded by the cosmic radiation, the cosmic rays. And as it turns out, the people who pulled the funding because he wasn't ready after all the time and money that had already been dedicated were right. It was not protected enough for space, and they got bombarded by the rays, went right back down to Earth, crashed, all survived, and then immediately started to transmogrify into the Fantastic Four.
Hey, if Batman can survive falling from space to Earth, so can the Fantastic Four.
Batman survive. You know what? I don't even want to answer that question. I don't care.
That's the talk this week.
Well,
He
if
felt
you planned it out first.
No. Actually, it was actually unplanned.
He had like a week of prep time.
No, he was on the I believe he was on the Justice League space station, and it got destroyed, and he had to come back to Earth, and he just had his bat suit.
His bat suit is that damn good.
Yeah,
like plain old. I will become a symbol against the superstitious and cowardly lot that are criminals. A giant bat.
No,
that suit, like
his Batman
Cape cowl,
Cape
gray, bat on chest, utility belt, boots.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Why do you still read that fucking comic? I don't fucking understand. That is one of the dumbest goddamn things I've ever heard
in the world.
See, that's why I have a problem with Batman. That is why I have a problem with Batman. Hiya, Sammy.
I just want to admit that my Fantastic Four knowledge came from the cartoon in the 80s. Or was
I
it
thought it was
Herbie?
the 2003
the
movie.
70s one?
With Herbie?
Herbie? I vaguely remember. I watched it when I was
the
a kid.
fucking robot.
Maybe
They had no Human Torch on it because they were too afraid the kids were going to light themselves on fire.
they had the flying car.
Yeah, the Fantastic Car.
That's the Jetsons, Leo.
No.
Do you call Superman's Fortress of Solitude his ice castle? What the fuck, dude?
I'm not a Marvel dude, you know.
I go where the good comics are, man. If it's a good story, it's a good story. And I mean, but the Fantastic Four, bro, they've been around forever. Like they ushered in the Silver Age right alongside the Flash in DC. I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
Hey, I know. That's why I admit I have a lot to learn.
I'm not. Yeah, actually, I'm not a Marvel guy either. But I knew
Fantastic
the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like classic shit.
You know what, Leo? I'm right there with you. I apparently have a lot to learn too. So
Yeah.
I learn a lot from doing it myself, and I consider myself a comic book geek. But like these guys read, like Brandon and Drew, the way you guys retain the information.
Oh yeah,
I am super jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
jealous.
unearthly how they can do that.
Yeah,
It really is.
I hear that all the time.
I give like credit to you guys all the time. I'll be talking to people and I'll be like, oh, you think I know about comics? No, you should sit down with this guy, Brandon. Like 20 minutes later, you'll have learned the entire history.
How the fuck did I walk into a casual conversation with that bald dude? And now I have fucking homework. What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
You definitely have to lump Justin and
Oh
Rich,
yeah,
Rich
Justin's
in there as well.
good too. Yeah. Yep.
I gotta
The
tell
combined
you,
powers of everybody, like it really is
Oh, yeah.
a great way to educate yourself on. Splash Pages, 8 o'clock on Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
and we all like slightly different things too, so it kind of
Yeah.
hits a good spread of material, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say that power of retention thing really worked to my advantage. I'm sure you got, like, several of you guys saw, like, I went to go see Clerks 3 at the Wilbur in Boston this past Monday. My friend Alex DiVincenzo from Baroque Horror Fan, he managed to get tickets. He got them in a giveaway from Newbury Comics, and they were on the mezzanine and, you know, reserved seats. We were sitting in the reserve section, and we didn't really think anything of it. Alex goes to a lot of like preview stuff and what have you, so I'm used to going with him to any kind of theater, and where we sit is marked reserved. Like, what do I do? And we sat down. We're gearing up to watch the movie, which, you know, it's okay seeing it like that with a crowd. It does, as Kevin Smith himself says, turn into a little bit of Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a little bit raucous. If you're gonna watch it for the first time, I would recommend seeing Clerks 3 like in a quieter atmosphere. But I had already seen it. However, Alex, this was his first viewing, so I was like, well, good luck, buddy. And we're gearing up. The movie's gonna start in like 3 minutes, and a young woman walks by. She goes, "Oh, excuse me," because there was an empty seat right next to Alex, in between him and the next person down. And she walks by. She's like, a split second, and I just go, and Alex, like, I wasn't paying attention to him. I was doing a whole lot of work right up here. You could probably see smoke rising from my head. And he just looked at me. He was like, "Hey, buddy, your eyes are kind of wide. You spinning gears right now? What's happening? Who is that girl that just walked by us?" I was like, "I think that's Raquel Castro, the young actress who played Gertie in Kevin Smith's Jersey Girl." He was like, "Yeah." And like, honestly, I was like this. I was like, and saw that she took a picture of the Clerk screen and she was tagging it to throw on Instagram. I was like, all right, I gotta find her Instagram real quick. And I'm like looking at her post. I'm like, I don't fucking see shit. And Alex goes, check her stories. I'm like, stories, brilliant. Click on it. I was like, it's her. It was like literally the same shot, the same tag. I saw her getting ready to press on. So we both leaned over, and Alex is like, excuse me, but are you the actress from Jersey Girl? And he got that far, and I was like, are you Raquel Castro? she was like, I am. Oh my god. And yeah, and we were like, oh, that's awesome. Blah 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 blah. Could we get a photo with you after the movie? We didn't want to do it before because we didn't want people coming up to bother, you know. And she actually had to leave for a second. She came back. As she was in, I will be back. I will be back. And you know, after like 15 minutes, Alex and I were like, you know what? I don't blame her if she like took off at this point. She came back. She came back and sat a seat away from me this time. And right after the Q&A was done, which with Kevin Smith goes on forever, she took a couple photos.
Kevin Smith was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He and Brian O'Halloran. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we walked all the way downstairs with her, and you know, talked with her the whole way and said goodnight and everything. It was really cool. She was very, very kind, very sweet. But Alex afterwards was like, nice job, man. Because otherwise, like he would just been like, oh yeah, so there's some girl sitting next to me. But for me, I'm just like, like I recognize it. I was like a 1991 America's Most Wanted like age progression computer, like doing my best.
You would have been good for me at Terrificon. I walked up to the guy there from Young Rock, the Iron Sheik guy, the young Iron Sheik guy. I had no idea who he was. I just started up a conversation with him because I saw him carrying around an Entertainment Earth box. He leaves from me. We had our conversation, you know, whatever. Somebody comes up to me and it's like, do you know who that was? I'm like, not a clue. They're like, the dude. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, he looks just like him. That makes sense.
I have no idea because I have not seen the show Young Rock.
Oh, I've not seen it either. I've followed his Instagram and stuff like that. He's been on other stuff.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things about Young Rock. I'm behind on a few episodes. It's really good.
Like I was just like bullshitting with him. I walked up. I was like, "Hey man, what's in the box? What's in the box?"
Oh Christ!
That's like I was at a con one time, and I'm chatting with Jason Lively, and you know, he says he's
I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say.
He mentioned something about his sister, and he goes, "You know my sister, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And it, like, he got the biggest smile because I guess a lot of people go up to him just to talk about his sister, but it was like,
he has two sisters actually.
Yeah.
Robin Lively.
Okay. Oh,
Teen Witch, Not Quite Human, The Karate Kid Part 3, and Blake Lively.
Yeah, Blake,
yeah. Robin and Jason have the same mother, and Blake is their like half sister. She's still their little sister, but their half sister from a different marriage.
Okay. Well, he was referencing Blake because he says, "Oh yeah, my sister and her husband just got a place in Connecticut," and you know, referencing Ryan, and it was. But yeah, when I was like there, just
I was just like, "That's nice."
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's nice. Stuff? So anyway, what was shooting European Vacation like?
But it was cool, you know, because you know he got the biggest smile, and it was like, you know, I was there to talk to him about him, just not, you know.
Yeah, well, damn straight. That's the way it should be. I mean, you know, there shouldn't be any like. So how's your brother or sister doing? Like, if you really wanted to know, you could have set up an interview with them, dickhead.
Oh, that's actually how I with Eric Roberts when I interviewed him. Like, I had no idea he was related to Julia until like halfway through the interview, and I'm like, oh,
that's great.
Oh no, shit, huh? That's pretty wild.
And he's also Emma's father.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So I wanted to make sure we touched on one thing, and I'd love to get Yo-Yo's thoughts on it. for the technology side, definitely a lot of people getting I'm seeing a lot of complaints about the AI, like Lenza.
I am staying far the fuck away from that as possible. I am
What
not
is
trained in
the-
computers anything.
Yeah.
Well,
I know
no,
that's probably bad because AI already has issues with like
Oh, yeah.
African American like faces to begin
Yeah,
with.
they hate
so
you
you
guys
should
for
probably
it.
teach it a little something. But at the same time, no.
Is
'Cause
this that thing where you change your profile picture to this animation
Yeah.
thing, Leo?
yeah,
Because
but the complaints are artists are saying that the app is stealing their styles.
really?
Well, the AI has
mean-
it has to learn from somewhere.
Well, there's another thing that my co-host was sending me, and apparently it takes your face and turns it into a Japanese artwork.
Well, yeah, there's a couple different AI applications. There's even
But
one where-
overall, I mean, regardless of
I'm just
whether
not
it's
that
looking like
frivolous.
anime artwork or a Renaissance painting or a stained glass window, it still has to be based on stylings from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so that algorithm is going to pull from a bunch of different sources to make as perfect an amalgamation as it can. The other issue too is what information is being
Yeah.
being
Yep,
taken.
'cause who owns that photo technically?
And where in the dark web is it going to surf after?
I'm not even.
Well, no,
I'm not even worried about
concerned about
that.
the-
I'm just talking about information like data.
Well, once they get your
There's been
information,
already-
what
there's
the
already
hell
been
are they going to
companies
do with
who've
it?
done- Who's been like selling it to law enforcement and stuff like that? Like, there's already been issues with companies doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna not for some for no reason am I gonna give some like app a photo of me and say, hey, look, make me something funny so you guys can know my face and
Yeah,
you can train
if
the
I
computer
want
how to
people
kill
to
me.
look at my face and laugh, I will show them my face. All right.
I mean, it's funny enough.
That's what I'm screaming, bro. You know, you think my wife married me because of my
Yeah,
fucking
right?
utter attractiveness? No, she's a very kind and generous woman with clearly a good sense of humor. That's what I got going for me, kids. You know, like I have what they call an unattractive face. You know, like there's no need to immortalize that and abuse an algorithm. Like,
no.
The only person to make a fucking computer program feel ashamed, like, oh, I can't believe I had to do that.
I'd
It's almost
probably
like when
do
you
it,
see
I
an
just
ugly
don't have the
twin.
money to throw away on it. I'm like,
You know, like you ever see ugly identical twins?
oh yes.
Oh, it's a fucking nightmare because like
There's
there were
just
two large identical twins that were just lovely people, but just homely as hell. And I remember the first time I saw the first twin, and I was like, "Oh wow, I hope they are good at math." Like, I'll just put it that way. Like I hope they have a sparkling personality, but they'll probably be okay. And then their twin like came right around the corner to like continue walking with them. So I got like that same ugly, but like boom, I got it like a much closer second look at it. I was like, nah, they're fucked. That is terrible. I think their family's gene pool dies with them. I'm just
wow.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like I'm bad enough. I don't need to render this in any other art style. I wouldn't do that to the public.
Honestly, if I would ever do something like that, I'm going to commission an actual artist to do it.
Yeah,
because
exactly. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think it's right that like that's the issue with putting things up publicly. Like you kind of have to in order to get people's attention. But at the same time, like you put yourself at risk of AI taking your shit.
Yeah.
Like so, it's a double-edged sword. You want to go on Instagram and show off your art and be able to like get the attention for it. So you maybe gets like because that's how you generate money. That's also generating like passion for something you like enjoy doing.
Well,
but unfortunately, algorithms aren't kind. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't see passion. They see ones and zeros.
Indeed.
So I'm sure It's brand new, so there may be new laws in the future. Who knows what's going to happen? It's
I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. That's the sad part.
no,
Look,
I think,
look at what we have
yeah.
right now
Oh,
for elective officials. So,
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Is what Nate's saying true about that? The protection AI research, blah blah blah.
Oh, that just popped up for me. Holy crap! I didn't
They
even
get
see
the
that.
ability to scrub the internet under the protection AI research. Anyone else would be sued into the ground for stealing. Wow.
That does. It
Yeah.
is true for if you're selling kind of that stuff. That's copyright infringement and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not an exact copy. It's AI. Like,
I don't know if you're taking their art style, and they can prove that that's their style. Normal human beings would be, I think.
What about the weird ones?
Held well.
What about the weird human
Which
beings?
ones are the weird ones? See, I say the normal
Exactly.
human beings, but I exclude
And
myself.
that's where the
from
whole process just breaks down. The policy just turns to shit.
Well, I know. You remember that stained glass T2 painting I sent you, Brandon?
Yes.
That artist has been subject to, people stealing his artwork.
That's unfortunately a tale as old as time on the internet at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything can be reproed nowadays. Which
That's
is
why I
sad.
don't understand the whole FNG things. The
PNG.
Oh,
Uh,
and
NFGs or
NFTs.
non-fungibles.
Yeah, NFTs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
NFTs.
NFTs, from what I understand, and Angel's the expert. But essentially, you make an image, you put it up as an NFT, and then you sell it as an NFT, and then like somebody owns that, and then if they sell it for a profit, you get a percentage of that.
Yeah, but I can just print
absolutely
that.
not.
Oh, yeah, you can easily, right click on it, but
That's where I'm like very
copy.
confused. How
But
that
it's
at all?
yeah, I know.
I mean, why sell part of it and get a percentage when you want to take the whole fucking thing? The part of making
You're
money
so
is to take the
selfish,
whole
Steven.
thing.
Well, no. It's the whole. That's how NFTs work, from what I understand. It's
So it's stupid. Got it.
Well,
Yes.
it was. Well, from what I understand, it was developed to help monetize creators or help creators monetize.
I mean, supporting creators would do the same thing versus having to. It seems that's so convoluted.
I mean,
it really
That
does.
is correct. Wow, this is a scintillating conversation.
Yeah, we came to the point of the conversation where just all right.
Well,
next,
I know I mentioned
AI
something-
sucks.
we need a segue.
Yes, we
Both-
do.
Not riding in it.
Both the art stuff. that
Speaking
we're
of
talking
AI
about
sucking,
in the movie by Steven Spielberg.
Hold on. Carrie says, I understand using it for fun, but when people think they're amazing for writing up the parameters of the pictures, I get disappointed. TOS on the Wombo Dream app says that all art is uncopyrighted, so anyone who makes it can use it for their own purposes. That's great. But if you're doing something like writing a book, pay an artist for the book cover. Totally agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're
like,
gonna make money off of it, you should be paying whoever has made it for you.
Yes.
yeah,
For sure.
totally. And just how like some of those apps work. You can say like picture of Superman kissing Wonder Woman, and they'll
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be doing some crazy Jar Jar stuff if I ever hit the money where I'm like, yeah, I got frivolous money to spend on little pictures, and Jar Jar's gonna be like riding a llama and stuff. I'm telling you.
Fucking dream big, kid.
The wheels they turn, but very slowly.
Well, speaking of Jar Jar and Star Wars, Andor is up for 2 Critics' Choice Awards.
Okay.
Yay! Woohoo!
Well, I know Leo's happy about that.
Bang, 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 bang.
Well, so this all
It's a
boils
great
down.
show.
Pew, 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 pew.
This is definitely from our earlier discussion, or it might have been on the last show. Yeah, it's everybody has their own likes. I ended up enjoying it at the end,
I enjoyed
but
it a lot.
well,
It's a slow burn, but it by the end of it, I was like, "This is great."
Well,
oh yeah, totally by the end of it. Like at one point in the middle of it, I was like, I hate watching this, aren't I? And it's like it's
I'm just doing this because nobody else is. God
yeah,
damn it!
exactly. But
I
I
have the
didn't
hardest
complain
time
about
wrapping my head around that fucking concept, man. I really do. Because if I start watching a show and then I'm like, wow, this sucks. You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, I walk right
Stop
out.
watching it.
Dude, I had to see it. It just sucks you in. Like you got to know what
Let me ask you a
where's it gonna
question.
go.
Let me ask you an
Yeah.
honest question.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
If Andor were not a Star Wars project,
Mhm.
would you think it was as good?
Probably not.
There we go.
You're right, because I probably would have
Yeah.
gotten rid of the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, because it has.
There it is. Just saying.
Oh, and I fully accept that in my life. I know anything Star Wars, I'll pretty much sit down and watch it and be like, okay, thank you, Marvel, Disney, feed me.
Well, yeah, it's totally like all the Marvel shows and everything. It's expanding the mythos, and like even though this started out really slow and you had no idea where it was going, or even if it was going to go anywhere, it expanded the mythos of
I
Star Wars.
actually feel with Star Wars, it expands the mythos more because we don't have the EU anymore, and everything now that they're creating really does give you
Yeah.
more. Like Marvel, like we know where everything's gonna eventually go, sort
I
of.
was the biggest fucking jerk to every Star Wars geek I knew when when Disney bought Lucasfilm, it bought Star Wars and just fucking rendered all of the extended universe stuff inert because my friends had been pushing novels and comic books at me for decades. And I was always like, my personal view of it was like, I mean, I appreciate it. I respected that they loved it and that they knew it. You know what I mean? I never made fun of them for that. But I always said to them, for me, Star Wars is a film series. Like I really enjoy the movies, and that's where it originated, and that's where the stories continue. I mean, that's where we see the actual like what everybody knows and what you're gonna see. So I feel like the books and comic books, they're like fun like side quests, but they don't really matter for anything what we're gonna see. And every single one of my Star Wars loving friends, like I like Star Wars a lot, but I'm not like totally and completely enamored of the IP altogether. Like I really enjoy it. I enjoyed it more when it was a little less. I'll say like when it was still like a special event when we got a Star Wars thing. I loved that, but I tried saying to them, hey, listen, if they end up making any more movies, and this was like after the prequels, they end up making any more movies, I wouldn't count on them using these books and stuff that you love as the basis for anything. And they're like, what? No, of course they will. Why wouldn't they? I'm like, because they're a movie series, like I said, and guys like you that read all these books and comics, the second you hear anything that's remotely like the stories that you've already absorbed, you're going to tell everybody what the story is. And people are going to know what happens before they ever sit in front of the screen. They are going to make sure that it all stays on the screen. So it will be a brand new story continuing off from what we've seen in the films already. Up and down. Nope, never going to happen. Never going to happen. And then everything was fucking burned to the motherfucking ground.
The EU is
And if you lived in California, you could hear me on my porch in Brockton, Massachusetts, going, oh, how you like me now, nerds? Which is saying something because I'm a fucking nerd.
So to be honest though, they seem to be picking and choosing minor items to pull from
And that's
the old
fine.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
gives
but they
them
won't do
that.
a whole story.
You're not going to do the
No.
Thrawn trilogy, kids.
No.
Like, it's
No,
not going to happen.
but they
did you enjoy the Jedi Academy trilogy? Not going to happen. Like,
Yeah. Well, Dark
I mean-
Empire, you know, it's
I mean, you're not going to get Shadows of the Empire. It's a pipe dream.
even when
now.
you stop it with the Shadows of the Empire.
what about Heir to the Empire?
Dark Shadows 2. What?
Dark Empire and Dark Empire 2. Ooh. Crimson Empire. Ooh, none of it. You will get none of it.
You get nothing like it.
What if we get 10% of it? That's an interesting counteroffer.
Yes, we'll
Let me
give
come back
you a
to you
name
with
here
still
and there.
none of it.
Well, like
We
you
got
know,
Ben Kenobi.
Fucking
we got
Star Wars. They
we
just
got
they
Ye-
pushed that fucking letter out, and Mickey was just like, haha, sorry guys.
we got Yaddle.
boy.
We got Yaddle recently.
Yeah.
No, no one cares.
I mean, I academically know who Yaddle is because like I read like comic and movie news sites and shit. But otherwise,
Okay.
woohoo.
Well,
Like,
it's
I don't-
interesting to see another one of Yoda's, other than Grogu, one of Yoda's kind.
and she speaks in a normal syntax, right?
Yeah.
That's what threw me off because there was a female Yoda in the Jedi Council thing in episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Yaddle.
looked-
That's Yaddle.
Yeah.
That's Yaddle. And
Didn't speak.
it's not a female Yoda because Yoda's his name, not his gender.
We're,
or
we're crossing hairs here, but
Crossing.
We're
Splitting.
splitting hairs even.
And I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Chris Pratt is gonna voice Grogu.
No,
Who?
that is bullshit.
No.
Chris
That's
Pratt.
bullshit.
That cannot be true. I'm not taking.
Hey, listen.
Not.
Maybe it is, and if it is,
No.
if it is, we'll see how it goes.
Slothzilla says. "Roar."
Listen, if I can watch Howie Mandel pretend to perform emergency surgery on somebody insane elsewhere, and then watch Gremlins and be okay with Gizmo, and then watch Muppet Babies and be okay with Animal, and then watch Bobby's World and be okay with Bobby, I'll give Chris Pratt a chance.
I mean, when you said Little Monsters or Howie Mandel, I thought you meant Little Monsters, but okay.
Well, no, because
I
I was
mean,
using voice acting examples.
Okay.
Also, it's the same fucking voice he does for every single one
Yeah.
of them.
It really is.
Mom, Dad, don't spit on me again.
It's-
And I'll cry if I want to.
Yeah. Hey, Bobo!
Sorry, I was looking up something. You're talking about Howie Mandel?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes, Theo, the
Fistbump.
time has passed. You literally
I
came
don't want to
into
know what he's
that
gonna play. I don't want
just
to know
as
what he's
the
planning on
last
playing.
thing was said.
Are we doing this again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
Mr.
what, Leo? You
Fistbump.
should watch the show later. You'll get a huge kick out of it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we were just. It was. Jesus Christ! I was
Shit,
just
we were talking about
using
Star
it-
Wars?
No, I know.
Oh my God, we're on a show?
I didn't even know he was the voice of Gizmo. So yeah,
Suck to blow.
We've gone to plaid. No. I was doing some digging on Chris Pratt, trying to find out if he's listed as Grogu. So it was just some.
I
it
saw the
was-
meme
was-
for it.
Well, it was a rumor site. It looks like that was saying
Okay.
that. But when I went to IMDb, Chris Pratt's listed as voicing Garfield in 2024. Yeah.
I could see that. He has a Garfield voice.
I didn't even like when Bill Murray did it.
Well, Bill Murray was horrible.
That
Well,
is
who
also
did-
true.
Who did
That's
the voice
part
of
the reason why I
Garfield in
didn't
the
like it.
80s?
Yeah, that's
Although Lorenzo Music did the voice of the cartoon.
Okay.
That's actually one of the funniest bits about that is the fact that Bill Murray played Peter Venkman in the movie Ghostbusters, and in the television show The Real Ghostbusters, Lorenzo Music was the voice of Peter Venkman.
That is
And Lorenzo Music was the voice of Garfield for years on
Yep.
Garfield specials and Garfield and Friends on
I
Saturday
remember.
mornings. And then when they finally made a movie out of it, Bill Murray did the voice of Garfield. It's like
Full
a weird
circle.
congruity thing there, you know? Yeah, I was not a fan. I feel too that if you were gonna make Garfield animated, you should have made Odie animated too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
You know,
but
that's
money.
one of the things that took me out of it. I'm like, nah, man. Like the dog needs to have the weird ears and the big old jowls with the wide mouth and the tongue just dripping
Yep.
saliva constantly. You know? We didn't get that. We got Eddie from Frasier instead. Well, whatever.
What were you gonna say, Yo-Yo?
I think I said what I was going to say.
Okay,
Oh.
sounded like
No.
you started to say something. I just want to make sure everybody
Well,
gets.
no,
a chance.
no. I'm just trying to make sure. Like, no, I'm pretty sure I said it. I don't think it was of no importance. I can let you know that.
Okay. What the fuck is that Megan trailer? Oh my god, that looks.
See,
so
that's what I was going to
psychotic.
segue to when we were talking about AI.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That would have been a good one.
But no one would let me do a segue for
Well,
once.
welcome to the Dorkening Wednesday night show.
Well, here's a good segue for you, Yo-Yo.
Yeah. I mean, that trailer.
So did
I mean, we're
everybody
talking
see
about
the
it now.
Did everybody
Barely,
see
but-
the trailer?
I did.
Yeah, I watched the trailer as well. Anybody else watch it?
I
did
haven't
not.
watched it. What is this one about?
Yo-Yo, you want to?
I'm
Some
guessing
context. I'm
AI.
gonna
So
get
let's
some
get
kind
it
of
up.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven's the one that shared it with us. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh.
the second trailer released by Blumhouse. If you wanted to fill in Yo-Yo, you could. You could
It's sort of like a Chucky.
yeah, but more artificial
I-
intelligence.
I got like Small Wonder meets Chucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Small Wonder meets perfect. Yeah. Small
Yes.
Wonder.
So kind of like the remake of Child's Play.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
I mean,
yes.
I didn't see that, and
Well,
I think my life is better for that.
Join the majority of America on that one.
No, it's just the way this. I think it's more artificial intelligence because the way this artificial intelligence robot moves in a certain scene and the way she moves in another scene, it just seems like
It's really freaky.
yes, it is. I 100% agree. But
Does it
it's
take place on
Blumhouse.
Friday?
Go figure.
Yeah, it's like part of it where it like moves like it's very uncanny valley. It's
which
Okay.
makes sense.
somebody
because
with a
it's called-
robot mask and moving like a real human.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Okay.
But then there are parts where they're like, you know, on all fours and then like going super fast.
Yeah, and then
Like
another
Alita,
scene where they're
Battle Angel.
yeah.
Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah. Oh my god, sequel to that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Oh,
heard that
cool.
earlier
I
today.
actually really enjoyed that movie.
That
I
was
don't know
in-
anything about the source material, so
Oh, I know from a fact from a source that, well, from a close source.
okay, is it because it better not be the guy you were talking about at the beginning? of the show.
No, Brandon, it wasn't. It was my co-host. God damn it, he likes the Alita anime and he likes the movie itself, and both films, you know, both the anime and the film are like very one and the same. There's some liberties that the film Robert Rodriguez films takes, but shot for shot, it is the anime but live action. So it's one thing I applaud for that. It's a good movie. Both
Yeah.
of them are.
I enjoy it.
So John Landau spoke to Deadline on the red carpet. Let's see. And he mentioned the sequel as a project they are hoping to work on in the near future.
Nice.
Sequel to
So
Battle.
it's not set in stone, but
Yeah,
Yep.
so
But
yeah,
it's
they
like-
want to make one. That's pretty much
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that says.
But I agree with you. The first one was I love the first one.
Yeah, I
The
was
anime.
pleasantly surprised by it, honestly.
Are we talking about the anime or the Robert Rodriguez movie?
The Robert
Robert
Rodriguez movie.
Rodriguez.
I've not
Alright.
seen the anime. I don't.
Yeah, because the anime technically came first, but yes, both of them.
No,
are
I
good.
think it literally came
the
first.
manga came first. Let's see.
Yeah, the manga.
Yeah, I don't really do like a lot of anime and like no manga, and that I mean that's just me.
I can't read from left to right or right to left.
The only I mean I have bought manga. The only manga I've ever bought and read was Trigun, because
I love Trigun.
I love
Oh.
Trigun so much, so much. Like I'm so mad at how much I like it. Like I remember being really pissed off, but when I finished the series, it was thrust upon me. Guy I worked with was like, I got it on DVD, and I'm like, good for you, man. Glad to hear it. He's like, no, you'd really like it. I'm like, don't tell me what I'd like. I know what I'd like, and I don't think it would be that. He's like, listen, I'll give you it on tape. Just give me $5. I'll buy the blank VHS for you, and I'll give you the series. I took it home. I watched it in like 2 nights, and then at the end of it, I was like, well, fuck. I guess I love this now. And that was it. Like I absolutely, oh my God, that's fucking dope. That's fucking cool, man.
For years.
Vash.
To be fair, the anime I got into the anime I got into was Full Metal Alchemist. A friend got me in high school, gave me some of the books. I enjoyed the books, and then I watched when they had the anime on Adult Swim a long time ago. That's when I started watching
have a good night, Sammy.
Everyone.
But that's when I started watching the anime for that, and it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely sat down and was just like, see what this shit is about. At least I can say I tried. And I got sucked in. I mean, there was some like a little goofy stuff at the beginning, but I was like, I'm familiar enough with anime to know to just power through that shit. And it just was so badass. And everyone, and I believe I've mentioned it before, everyone who I say like, oh, I'm not really into anime, but I love Trigun. Without fail, every person who's into anime is like, you should watch Cowboy Bebop. And
love
but once again, I'm so resistant to that altogether. That my reaction is, don't tell me what I'd fucking like.
I think
here's the thing. I have it on my list on Hulu. Like I
would suggest sitting down and watching it.
I was looking at it like 2 weeks ago. They have like 3 versions of every single fucking episode. Because at first I was like, no fucking way am I watching this if it's like fucking 72 episodes. This is bullshit. Like, how much time do these assholes think I have to devote to Cowboy Bebop? And then I was like, oh, English dub, subtitle, English subtitle. All right, well.
That's the same dilemma I had with Akira. Because I watched the English dub and then I watched the Japanese dub.
Akira's one movie, though.
Yeah, but there were 2 different dubs.
Carrie says, one of us.
One of us.
Just real quick, I just want to show this. This just popped up in my feed. This is a movie coming out.
The Mean One.
The Mean One, yeah.
All right. Has there been like a sale somewhere on Grinch costumes? Because like
it is December.
I know, but my Facebook is filled with people wearing the costume doing stuff, and I'm just like, I want to go to the store where they're selling these at such a cheap cost. Because
it's that people buy it and wait to put it on in December.
Yeah. In our area,
but everybody
in our
had a really good sale last year. You see,
I missed it.
In our area over the weekend, they had a Mystic SantaCon, and I guess they had 2 Grinches fighting in the streets of Mystic.
Like legitimately trying to fucking murder each other?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What? Nobody from World Star was there. Nobody recorded on their phone and yelled World Star when that was happening. Nothing.
My friend,
man, I am so disappointed in the internet sometimes. I swear.
My friend runs Mystic SantaCon, and he put the video on his Instagram. So
it's all. Wait, where is it again?
I'll send it.
Tell me after the show. Tell me after. I need to see that shit. Were they in like full on like big old Grinch masks, or was it like makeup?
The Grinch mask, the Santa fuck off costume, everything. Like one of them was in.
I found a Santa and Grinch fighting.
Yes, I think that was it.
Oh well, you said 2 Grinches.
Well, there was
two
Grinch on Grinch action.
Well, there were 2 Grinches facing off in a department store window in Mystic during Mystic SantaCon. But yes, the Santa and Grinch thing did happen as well.
I hate him. Well, that's funny.
Well, that wasn't Mystic.
I don't know if this is Mystic, but that's what the fuck.
What is going on?
Okay.
Yeah. That
Things
just
just
felt
took
weird.
a weird turn.
Brought to you by Leo.
You gotta stop pulling up your videos from Pornhub. Just saying.
Hey, listen, people were warned at the top of this episode.
Yeah.
Mature content.
Uh,
Avert your eyes, children.
What's the next segue?
Meow. I don't know. We got anything else to talk about, kids?
Maybe.
Nothing else on my list.
No.
Wow.
What is
Yeah.
this?
Weird, right?
That was
Oh
a
my
short...
god, isn't that weird? Ha. A buddy of mine said, so Henry Cavill left The Witcher to go back to Warner Brothers for Man of Steel 2, and now that's likely not happening. Yeesh. Yeah. That's what? Ooh.
That reminds me, by this time next week, right? I should be playing the new Witcher.
Oh, there's a new Witcher
I mean, I feel
game
like
coming
by
out?
this time next week, you'll be like a few minutes close to finishing the show, Leo. What are you talking about?
That's true.
The Witcher 3 is getting a next gen update, and I
Oh.
believe it comes out either the 12th or the 14th.
So it's
So
just
it's really not a new one.
Finally.
No, it's Witcher 3 with all revised graphics.
Witcher 3, the third one.
I love PlayStation. They have their end of the year deals going on right now.
Final Fantasy 7 was good.
And I picked up The Quarry for I think $30. And holy crap, this game is awesome because it's like a choose your own adventure type of thing, but it's like horror. And it takes place in a summer camp, and you have these actors in motion capture. You got like Ted Raimi, David Arquette, Justice Smith, and you got all these people, even Lynn Shay, and you got all these people, playing, these characters, but they're acting as themselves in motion capture. It's a game you should check out. You can if you have a PlayStation, you can download the demo, and it's really, really good.
What if you have an Xbox?
I think
Then you're shit out of luck, buddy.
It's on Xbox as well, but
Oh, okay, then I can play it.
It's just
Bet
not
you
as
it's not
good.
on Switch though.
Yeah, probably not.
But Call of Duty is going to be on Switch.
yeah. Yeah, Microsoft made a 10-year deal with Nintendo to put Call of Duty on Nintendo Switch.
Interesting.
Thank God.
I think the most interesting part about that is the idea of Warzone expanding. I know there's a mobile version coming out. So, like the idea of like it actually may be expanding to Switch.
I
So
mean,
trying to play on my old Android phone because I have not bought a new
I
Android
don't
phone
know.
in a while.
I'm
really should
like
get on
this close to buying Soulstorm on the Switch because I'm a sucker for Abe's Odyssey and Oddworld and shit.
I mean, the best
It's odd.
way you can play Modern Warfare on the Switch is not handheld. You have to use the controller, the Pro controller. That's the only way you can do it. Because if you're playing like multiplayer with, handheld, then you're probably going to break both Joy-Cons in either a fit of rage or you're trying to button mash or either one of the two.
Which game?
Call of Duty.
See, I don't get angry when I play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Me neither. I just
Yeah, me neither.
You're talking
You covered that up
in the
nicely,
world on Call
Steve.
of Duty Mobile. So,
I never played Call of Duty, so I don't know.
Oh,
I played all of them are like World War II type games, right?
Yeah.
I think except for the one called Modern Warfare.
Yeah. The Modern Warfare in 2007. I think that was.
I played.
I cannot confirm that for you. I am the wrong guy.
Yeah,
yes, 2007. I will agree.
Well, it was deemed controversial for one level, but they modified that with the remastered version a few years ago. So,
yes. The airport.
yes.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't need details.
You can look it up. Just
Yeah.
Look it
No,
up.
I'm like being legitimate. Like, I get it.
I
Probably
saw
certain words we'd have to not say in order to keep from getting this video taken down.
I saw on my feed on YouTube a playthrough of Vanguard popped up. I guess it came out last year. Call of Duty Vanguard looks really good. And I went to see the current price, and it's still going for like $60.
Jeez.
Really?
Yeah, well, the digital
I
version.
don't understand. Well, see, that's where I'm a little confused.
Well,
Video games still cost the same price whether you get the digital or the what's the other version called, in hand
Physical
version. Like, if you're not buying all that plastic and stuff, shouldn't it cost less?
Well,
I mean, and it's just a program at that point that they're sending you.
It should. I've been preferring digital because it's, I don't have to.
I mean, I play most on Game Pass, so like
I
most
mean,
of the games I play are
My thing with digital is you technically don't own it.
Well, yeah,
the same way you
exactly.
get a physical
Yeah.
copy.
And that's
So at
why
any
I
point
think
in
it
time,
should
they can
cost
decide
less.
to take it away from you.
Well,
there's very few games that I will not buy physically. It's just my own thing. I think there's been a couple that I've bought digitally just because I was like, you know what? It's like exclusive to Switch or whatever. And, I'm not really worried about what happens with it either way. And I'll know it'll always be there until they take it down for some reason or another. But otherwise, yeah, I have all my games on a nice dedicated rack that I keep right next to my chair in the living room. So,
yeah,
it's comforting to look at and be like, oh yes, those are the games I have. Wonderful.
Well, Jeremy, to answer your question, why games are expensive.
No, I understand why they're expensive.
The
Because it
PlayStation
works.
5 ones are like $10 more than a standard game, probably because of the graphics and stuff. And I'm not sure what the
because
Xbox-
you can
on
get
Series X.
Yeah.
You can totally get a premium price for them. I mean, that's how it's always been.
That's nothing. That is nothing new for video games anyway.
No, I know that.
I bought
But
Batman
games
for
haven't
Nintendo.
that much.
Say that again, Yo-Yo. I'm sorry.
Games have always seemed to be $60, even with inflation and everything.
Yeah.
They've been pretty steady at the $60 mark.
Batman for Nintendo, I bought with birthday money, and it cost me $80.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Elite NES game. So,
But I mean, just people are like, oh my god, how are these games? It's like, believe me, they've always been marked high. Always.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
Yeah, well, for the longest time, they were $50 was the price point. But yeah, there was a time where like $80 was a price, like Street Fighter 2, the special editions that came out.
Yep.
VHS used to also cost that much.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then you had to see those commercials in your VHS for a rebate coupon for VHS and all that stuff.
Oh my god. I remember they had a brand new, still like sealed, unopened, unwatched copy of the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Oh my god.
Saturday matinee at Westgate Mall here in Brockton. And my friend Derek and I, we legitimately were planning on just like splitting the cost. We're like, let's just spend 50-50 on it and whatever, we'll just keep it at your house because you have like a nice setup for all your movies. And we were really hemming and hawing over it, especially because we just had our childhood nostalgia to go on. There was no widespread internet to like easily see what these things might have actually been like at that point. And he worked at like a Trader's Mart kind of place. It's like a pawn shop, except you just outright sell your shit.
Okay.
And somebody came in with a VHS copy of Garbage Pail Kids, and he was like, straight up, I will give you $5 for this out of my own pocket right now. And they're like, sure. And he goes, here you go. And just put it to the side. And then he brought it home. He's like, Brandon, you'll never guess what I got. He does talk like that, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. I love Derek to death. But he's like, he's a goofy New England kid. And we sat down, we got stoned, we turned on Garbage Pail Kids, and I was just like, oh my fucking god. This is the worst movie I've ever fucking seen.
It really is.
Like, what the fuck kind of dumb little kid was I? Like, I was a stupid child. Like, I'm lucky my parents didn't just smack the shit out of me for being that dumb. Like, for real. And
That is.
Then I turned to him and I was like, Derek, we have to stop watching this movie. It has already been on for 2.5 hours. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's only been on for 20 minutes. That's how bad it was.
I did put that on Pluther for you, by the way.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to.
I'm surprised that
Do you
they're
like
putting out the toys
lighting
again.
fireworks next to fucking Vietnam vets too? Is that like are you into that
That's
shit?
fucked up.
Jeez.
I haven't heard
Like,
fireworks
oh,
yet.
what a
this
wonderful
week.
story about a movie that you absolutely fucking despise that made you completely rethink your childhood. I got that for you. Oh, cool. Great.
That's why I'm
I-
not saying anything. Because if he puts
My dad died when I was 21. You want to talk about that? Or did you pour sugar in my gas tank when I wasn't looking? I mean, let's just pick a thing.
Jeez. I did want to share. I did get a game on the. There was a November sale.
Oh, the Black Friday sale, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Hold on, wait. I just need some clarification. Was it in fact a Black Friday sale, Leo?
No, it was a November sale.
Well, they had a Black Friday sale for like 2 fucking weeks on the PlayStation Store.
Okay. Well, yeah, then it's not Black Friday. Black Friday is just one day.
They can name it a Black Friday sale.
If you're splitting fucking hairs, okay, November.
Well,
sale,
anyway,
Well, I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Well, I don't.
I don't know if any of you have played this. Sifu.
No.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
I
was like, what?
Sifu. It's a martial arts game with a really unique concept. It's
How's it spelled, Leo?
Sifu.
F you, pal.
So, martial arts game. I set in, I think it's Japan, and basically your father is killed, and you want to seek
China,
revenge.
modern day China.
Okay, modern. So essentially, it's
Asia.
It's the fighting mechanics are very. You need to be like very precise. It's like pretty detailed fighting. It's not like a button masher. You can be a button masher, but they
you gotta
want
lose horribly if you do. That's why.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, it's sort of like a role-playing game as well. Like you get stats to upgrade you can learn different moves and everything. But when you die, you instantly get resurrected, but you're a year older.
Oh.
So as you're playing the game, you start off like in your 20s. You could end the game in like
He was like, I've been playing it for a week and I'm 73 now.
It's actually
Help me.
It's
That's actually an interesting concept.
Yeah, well, apparently it's been done before, but this it's pretty badass because they want you.
Yeah, by Animal Crossing, right? You like leave for a day and a month passes. What the fuck?
Is it one of those things you can get on like the PlayStation Plus Premium, or is it something you have to pay for?
I paid for it, so I don't know. I don't know if it may be available. It's been out for a little while, but essentially, you're going to go through the game and like the same characters are going to be there. It's just you need to get better at fighting them in order to
Wait, are you explaining the concept of levels in a video game to us, Leo? Is that what's happening right now? I mean, I know I said at the top of this that like, I'm not the biggest video game guy, but I mean, I get the basic tenets of the whole conceit. I am wearing a video game shirt right now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Check it out though. It's
That's beautiful.
that is awesome.
I know. I thought so too. I actually said that when I opened it.
The Friday the 13th
game.
Oh, that is dope, Brandon.
Yeah, it's fucking great, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got his mom's.
I used to love playing that game.
Yeah, it's got his mom's head all. Oh shit, head all over it and stuff. Like,
oh, that is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Let me put you full screen. There you go. Show it off. Show it off.
Yeah.
That is fucking dope.
Stuff.
That's awesome.
I enjoy it. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah. But that's about it. You know, if you get a chance, check it out. It's very unique and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
But
nice.
yeah,
I'll keep an eye out for that levels thing you were explaining.
I know.
Also, check out The Quarry. That's another good one too.
Yeah.
Also, check out this new hot one I've heard about, Super Mario Bros. I think it's called. It's crazy, dude. You eat mushrooms, you stomp on like other mushrooms and weird turtles with wings. You slide down pipes. You shoot fire from your hands when you eat certain flowers. It's the trippiest shit.
My wife has a tradition each year. We do a gingerbread house building day. And I bought a Super Mario Brothers set.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does it look like? The castle at the end of the level? Or?
Yeah.
It's come with the flagpole?
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Oh, man. If it doesn't, you should make one out of a pipe
Yeah, I was
cleaner and
about
a
to
piece
say
of
you can
paper.
make one.
Just pipe cleaner and a piece of paper.
Well, that's normally what I do is I you know, the rest of her friends, they you know, just
Oh wait, it's a gingerbread house.
Gingerbread
break off like a cookie. Sorry, gingerbread house. Break off the top of a candy cane and use that as the flagpole.
Normally what I do is I like kit bash. You know, I'll take a few kits and try to like make something unique. Like I've done like a log cabin with like you know, a little pond in front, use a Swedish fish as a fish.
How come we have not seen any of these on like
He's like, because I eat them within 20 minutes of completion.
I post them. Let me see.
You post them every
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't recall seeing any of these.
I do.
Oh, I must just not follow you.
And I don't go on Facebook.
I just don't pay attention.
But I
to you
remember
then.
seeing this.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find something.
Oh, see, I'll probably see it and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And then next year I'll say the same exact thing when you're like, "Yeah, I kit bash these
never
gingerbread
heard of this.
houses." You know, I made a log cabin once. I'll be like, "Really? I've never seen this before. Show me."
So when you mention kit bash, Leo, do you like break open different kits and break open like the different gingerbreads to like make a bigger gingerbread house, or what?
Yes.
No, he talks shit about them. That's what he does. He just bashes them all day.
He's like, "Fuck you."
Oh, I didn't want to go down that route, but okay.
Stupid gingerbread house and all your stupid jelly beans.
You're a fucking terrible piece of gingerbread. You're not good enough to eat. You're not good enough to make a fucking house with. You've ashamed everyone.
Wouldn't even make a man out of you.
You brought disgrace to your family name.
There's no frosting for you.
Not my gumdrop buttons. You're a monster. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Oh God.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane.
It's kind of sad that with all the movies, that's still like the best scene.
Oh yeah, dude. It's good. I mean, the character itself too, like the design and the name. It's like, wow, they really just talk about a giant fuck you finger, because his name is Farquaad, and he is designed to look an awful lot like Michael Eisner, who used to be the CEO of Disney at the time that Jeffrey Katzenberg was there, and he left to start up DreamWorks, and I guess their relationship soured pretty badly, and they designed him to look like that, and then named him Farquaad. Say it fast, especially like you're from Massachusetts. Farquaad, you fuckwad, kid.
You fuck.
What's going on, you fuckhead? Ooh, an at.
Oh, look at you.
Wow. Let's see what else I can find.
I call this one Alderon. It's just a fucking pile of gingerbread dust. Just a little, just a tiny hint. tiny handwritten index card next to it with a quote saying, "It's as if a million voices cried out and were suddenly silenced. Happy holidays!"
Actually, the gingerbread dust would be the ending of Rogue One.
Oh, look at the log cabin. You put in some work, huh, Leo?
Yeah.
And look
Wow.
at those spice drops. I love me a spice drop.
They are good. Well, yes.
Getting kind of hungry now.
Look at.
Well, that's,
Oh, it's a nice paved road. Oh,
yeah, that wasn't mine.
Are those Skittles or M&Ms?
Those are Skittles.
Monster.
Yeah.
Looks like the lampposts are coming down.
Yeah, they were. They started to fall
There's
down.
a lot of ice that winter.
I'm trying to find the one with the lake that I did.
A lot of Twizzlers there. What's the matter?
yeah,
you couldn't find any HDMI cord to soak in strawberry syrup?
I try to keep the whole thing edible except for the
Twizzlers.
Oh,
dude, I love Twizzlers.
Yeah,
Except
so does
for
my
the,
wife. I literally used that line on. She was like, "Oh, I want Twizzlers," and I was like, "I got a spare HDMI cord and strawberry syrup in the fridge. I mean, you can go nuts if you want." Because that's what. And also, I'm convinced that the inventor of Twizzlers has never tasted an actual strawberry.
oh yeah.
This is strawberry flavored. Sure, buddy. Just don't tell him. Don't tell him. It's fine. Are you still looking for gingerbread house photos?
Yeah.
I think we're going downhill.
We are.
It's the most wonderful time.
Hey, is the Dorkening doing a Secret Santa or anything like that?
We never did.
No.
No.
Is
You
Footloose
sad
still the greatest movie of all time? It never was.
Damn straight it is.
Oh, this was hold on. This
You guys
was
ever
a
see
year.
that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back?
However, Jeremy, there is a first time for everything. So
is that marshmallows?
I'm just
hold on 1 second. So one year I
What are you
decided to
doing?
put marshmallows in the oven to make like a snow field.
Oh, that's not a good idea, was it? That sounds like a bad idea.
I think it turned out pretty good.
Oh, did it? Okay. I'm just afraid your oven's gonna be like sploosh.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're very brave for not having put that on a baking sheet.
Yeah.
when you put it in the
episode
oven.
of South Park.
I understand what you were going for. Did you broil on top? I lost you, huh?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Leo's like, I know there was a lot of heat involved, Jeremy. What is what
That's a
am I looking at?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then your little tree in the back there.
Oh, yeah. So it's a group. A group.
Oh, I see. You took a picture of the group, but mainly put yours out in front
Well,
there.
Oh,
Oh,
It's his fucking profile. Right? I mean,
oh, here it is. Here it is. Is this the one I did?
stopping by Leo's fucking personal page to see the Leo show.
Oh,
Everybody
no,
else is a secondary character there.
Yeah. No, this was. I think this was Megan's. She did.
Oh. That's
there's
cute,
a
man.
frog.
That looks like a fucking shot out of
Oh,
a,
no.
out of a
Actually, no.
claymation.
Sorry, no. This was we went to a gingerbread house exhibit.
Okay, I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
really good.
All right. You've got quite the passion for gingerbread houses, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking checking out the competition, like
Exhibits.
holding himself up to a standard. He's like, "Ah, shit, they did it with this."
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We actually went there looking for like like they use Legos. I think these are
Inspiration.
edible
Oh,
Ye-
you can't eat
Legos.
those. Oh, those
They're
are the,
probably
the
edible.
candy Lego.
Yeah, they probably made them out of white chocolate or colored chocolate.
Carrie says you can print out some stencils and bake the gingerbread. It doesn't even technically have to be edible if it's being made into a house.
Yeah, I say add salt to make sure it's not edible. Turn rock hard, and you'll never have to worry about it crumbling, but it will break someone's teeth, much like a brick.
What do you do with it if it's not edible?
Throw it out. Throw it at an enemy.
Like a fruitcake.
I've never had
I don't.
fruitcake. Is that really
I don't have
inedible?
anything against any fruitcakes I know. Oh.
Oh, hold on.
Hey! Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many crazy people are in your life.
Click, click,
So,
click.
so this one here was a kit bash. It was let me see if I can find it in front of it. It was Starbucks, a Starbucks kit. So obviously I had to make a drive-through, and I had a little car going around the drive-through.
The one thing you missed was the thing that goes above the drive-through saying, given the height for the car, because I think that car wouldn't make the drive-through.
Hey, well, it's supposed to be close, you know.
I like how you zeroed in on that, Steve, and not the fact that there's no way for that car to ever leave that tray. Like, I made a drive-through, but it's just gonna drive in a circle around the building.
Engine? Where's the engine?
Where's the fucking door?
Can you
How
just
much
park
gas
while we
is that
finish
thing
your
using?
order?
Oh, hold
Where
on.
do I park? There's nowhere to park. It's all drive-through.
Steven, you say where's the door, but for real, in Virginia, I went to a Starbucks where there was no door to get in. I was confused. It was drive-through only. It blew my mind. I got out of the car and I'm standing there at the door looking at the people. They're looking at me. We're both like just staring. They're like, I'm like, but coffee. Somebody talk to me. Tell me what I gotta do.
Well,
Had
some
you
of the
not seen-
Dunkin'.
I was gonna say the same thing, Steve.
Some of the
Yeah.
Dunkins now they've eliminated drive-through. They've eliminated walk-in.
Well, I mean,
Really?
I've seen that for years. For a
Yeah.
long
No
time,
kidding.
I've seen just drive up Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had
It's
one in
called
Brockton
Dunkin'
for
Go.
years.
See, I live in the sticks. This is all new to me.
Oh, dude, yes. See, as far like I'm not a big coffee drinker. You know, it's once
4
in a while
coffees
for
a
me.
day.
But how many?
4.
Jesus.
I had a coffee as we were talking. Like, it's not to keep me awake. I love the taste of coffee.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's not
as far
good
as I'm
for me,
concerned,
but
the number of drive-through only Dunkin' Donuts all throughout the area, that just proves to me like, okay, if people could straight up mainline coffee in Massachusetts, they absolutely fucking would.
Oh,
like if
my
they could
town
buy a
alone.
Dunkin' Donuts IV drip and administer it themselves, they fucking would.
I mean,
I'm
they
telling
keep
you,
it-
go ahead, Sue.
They keep popping up.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's a Dunkin' Go right down, like
Dude.
30 seconds down the road from Leo. They just
I live
opened it
in-
up like a month ago.
What?
I live in
That's
tiny
open forever.
little Westfield, Mass, and I have 5 Dunkin' Donuts in my town. 5. And they're
There's
all
only-
full serve Dunkin' Donuts, like
There's-
full.
There's only 3
that's-
coffee. Sorry,
that's
Leo, go
like
ahead.
no, that's like any town in Connecticut, you know.
No, this is the one by you is called Dunkin' Go, where it's just drive through. You can't walk in there.
It's baffling to me because like Dunkin' Donuts coffee is, as far as it's not that good. It's
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
really. I'm like I said, I'm not a big coffee guy, but I do appreciate a good cup of coffee. You know what I mean? And
It's not very bold. I'll
I
give you
don't.
that.
I
yeah.
don't really like it.
Starbucks has good coffee, but
the coffee
some of
that
it
I'll
can be burnt.
Yeah, the coffee that I'll gravitate towards is first and foremost Deadly Grounds. Like I have cold brew
delicious.
in my fridge all the time.
Their hazelnut's fucking great.
I love their
Which is brew.
chocolate Easter eggs that they came out with. The
Oh yeah,
That's a good
yeah, that was a good one. But recently I got the double chocolate one where it was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
But then
It's
locally
a coffee too. Like I use a lot of sugar, and that coffee actually I don't have to use much sugar.
Yeah,
the flavor is like
and
so
when it's
strong.
cold, brew, it's even better, honestly.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
it is.
acidity from burning
Mm.
the grounds, but while scorching it. And
Yes.
then I'll go to a local coffee shop here. There's 2 locations in Brockton, Supreme Coffee and Donuts, where they still like make their own donuts on site every morning. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And then there's Mary Lou's Coffee, which there's several throughout Massachusetts. Pretty good. They're basically where I go to for coffee milkshakes, because that's basically what they are. It's like, yeah, let me get the funny bone, which is like toasted almond coffee, like a little bit of chocolate syrup, milk,
That's
whipped cream, all mixed
blasphemy.
together.
A funny bone's supposed to be peanut butter and chocolate.
Peanut butter. Yeah.
Yes, I understand that, but they're
Drakes.
using the toasted almond coffee in place of the peanut. So,
Because
as
people
close as
are
they can get,
allergic.
and it's fucking delicious. It's just caffeinated chocolate milk at that point, though. And if I'm pushed, there is one right by me. I will go to a Starbucks if I want to get like a frappuccino or something. But otherwise, nah. Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, hey, you want a coffee? I'm like, not from there, man. I'm good. I'll get a chai. I'll get a chai from Dunkin' Donuts.
The chais from Starbucks are really good.
I know you told me that their iced chai is incredible.
Yeah, we
yet to
normally
experience it.
that's our drink of choice. We normally get a dirty chai. Bro Pro, I don't care for Death Wish.
I don't.
I used to mainline caffeine, and it was you can really taste. They say caffeine doesn't have a taste, but
it does. It's very
it
good.
does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to pop caffeine pills and like.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why?
I was
Because he was too afraid to snort them.
when I was working IT.
Back of the spoon. Back of the spoon. Anybody got a credit card? Oh fuck it! I got my Blockbuster card. I'm good.
When I was working IT, I was doing 80-hour weeks, so I was drinking. Bukus, which was like stronger than Monsters. I was drinking those and popping caffeine pills.
Yeah, I had to stop with Monster. I like that flavor too much. It's like a chemical flavor that I just love, and I have no idea why. Something in my childhood fucked me up, and Monsters taste good to me.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm the same way with sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, after like working that job for several years, more than several, doing 80-hour weeks, I was like the sole IT guy for 3 locations. Company went under, and when I went to apply for went to go for another job, similar company, and I told them what I did at that job. They literally told me bullshit in the interview. Yep.
Okay.
That's great. Tell me how my job it was.
Yep, exactly. It's dedication and tons of hours and get told bullshit. Yeah, that was not good. And Steven, that Dunkin' Go, they turned it into a Dunkin' Go. It was actually a real Dunkin' Donuts for the longest time. It's been there for like forever.
Yeah.
But somebody drove through the front of the building, so they turned it into a Dunkin'
So
Go.
it was like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when they reopened it, they just made it drive.
We can rebuild. We have all the insurance money. Wait.
No, I didn't know why they
got a
changed it
different
into
idea.
a Dunkin' Go. So thank you for filling the blanks for that.
Yep.
Mystery solved.
Yeah.
Good job, Encyclopedia. On to the next case.
So I believe we've gone down the
proverbial rabbit hole. Yes.
Oh yeah, we're talking about coffee.
More ways than one. We took
fucking
the
rabbit hole. We're
caffeine pill. Yeah, we've took
Leo's
them
the
all.
fucking dormouse. Are you kidding me? He fucking falls asleep halfway through the fucking story, and then he wakes up at the end just to hear the last sentence. He's like, "Yes, very good. I
Kevin
agree.
Bacon.
It was quite entertaining. What was that you were saying about Howie Mandel? Say that part again."
I was doing.
Welcome to the tea party, kids. You're gonna love it. Where do you think you're going? Have a cake. Have some tea.
I do have to say I had one bit of in that interview where they told me bullshit. Of course they waited till the very end, but they were going over their e-commerce store and they were telling me about some of the problems they had. And as I was leaving, I had to inform them that the problem that they've been fighting for a long time that I had a solution for. And I told them, oh, I had that same problem and I was able to fix it, but they didn't hire me.
But you'll never know.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds like a problem I could easily fix, but good luck, douchebags. I mean, that's what I would have done in my head so hard.
Well, on that note, I think we should wrap things up unless anybody has anything else.
No. I got nothing. Tapped.
Okay. Well, on that note, I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. For me, just Google Leo Pond, but I want you to Google or check out The Dorkening. It's a podcast network. We got a ton of shows on the network. There's a lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. Yeah, let me see. Steven.
So you can follow the award-winning Super Retro Throwback reviews on all major podcasts and distributors in the Dorkening Podcast Network. The link is in the show notes. It goes to the link tree, so just follow that. I do want to say thank you for Jeremy for filling in last week or yesterday for this week's episode, for filling in for my co-host who was indisposed. So thank you, Jeremy, for coming in for the save. That episode comes out Monday. And if you're a Patreon backer, comes out 3 days early, ad free. And I'm here every Wednesday, except next week because I'm working late. So you won't see me next week, but I'm here every Wednesday on the Wednesday show.
And thank you, Carrie. We tried to have fun tonight, and we appreciate you watching, and everybody else that's watching. Yo,
St. Laurent on Instagram. That's pretty much it. I don't do Twitter or any of that other stuff. So that's where you'll find me, and of course here.
Okay. Jar Jar.
Over on the Facebooks, you can check me out in my huge Facebook group, Comic Book Lovers Buy, Sell, Trade, and Auction, where you can buy, sell, trade, and auction all your comic book geek stuff. Also, I'm on an award-winning Splash Pages every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and that's about it.
Okay. Take us out of here, bud.
Hey, everyone. Before I get into my full-on valediction, there is just one thing, and just ponder it. We don't have to discuss it right now, but I wanted to bring it up. Netflix and Mike Flanagan are no longer working together. Mike Flanagan has signed an exclusive contract with Amazon. He is the same film director, filmmaker who did The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Nice.
And Dr. Sleep.
And he directed the movie Dr. Sleep. He did the Netflix short form series Midnight Mass. It's very, if you're especially into Stephen King stuff, it's very intriguing because Amazon owns the TV rights to The Dark Tower, and Mike Flanagan is a huge Stephen King nerd, much like myself, and he is one of two people that I've always said would be perfect to do a Dark Tower project. So if they do take advantage of the fact that they own those rights and they now have Mike Flanagan in his studio, his production company, working with them, I am very excited at the prospect of that being a project that he does. It could be fucking huge, like pretty much do for Amazon what they were hoping the Ring of Power or whatever the fuck it is was going to do for them. But anyway, just chew on that, suck on it, mull it over, think about it. Regardless, I'm Powerful Brandon, also known as Brandon Powers. If you want to come over to Facebook and check out the Powers Combined group, we're just a bunch of dorks that like to get together, have a good time, share news, info, memes, and laughs. Our number one rule is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be booted immediately. If you want to follow me on social media, I am currently only on Instagram, and you can find me at This Brandon Has Powers. You can check me out every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. here on the Dorkening Wednesday Night Show. And I am also on a couple of podcasts that we do with the Dorkening Network. They switch off every other week on Sundays. The first one is the Dork Night that I do with Leo Pond and our friend Justin Cooper, who also does Epic Tales from the Sewer, in which we discuss Batman, the Dork Night, discussing and dissecting all the stuff. It's a lot of fun. Different types of stories covered throughout the entirety of the character's existence. And we also, the other one we do is called Comics Paradox, in which we talk about alternate reality takes and tales, such as What Ifs or Elseworlds, different story arcs like Age of Apocalypse or Amalgam Comics. And you can find either one of those when they drop, wherever fine podcasts are broadcast.
Awesome. That we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.